Hey everyone, I'm Brad Nelson.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. All right, so today on the Versus series, we are playing a little bit of Modern, slowly getting prepared for the Season 2 SCG Invitational that is not this weekend, but the next one.
Yes. And I'm sure we'll probably do some Standard at some point to also prepare for that, but for now we're doing Modern.
Yeah, I mean, I realized it. I looked back this last week, and I realized that ever since the Season 1 Invitational, I have been stuck in a limited Standard abyss for 4 or 5 months now, where I have played roughly 12 to 14 events that have only been Standard and Limited.
Yeah, the Grand Prix circuit has been really heavily skewing Standard and Limited, whereas the SCG side of things is skewed very heavily Modern.
Also the Pro Tours, Worlds, Nationals, there's no reprieve. Like Team Limited, all of these things. So like getting back into Modern, I was like, I have a lot of catching up to do. Like I looked at the metagame and saw all the shifts. Like I had to look back to so Scape Shift was a response to Grixis. And then moved from there.
Yeah, you're catching up on Modern. I have to catch up on Standard at some point.
Yeah, that stuff's easy. They're still the same 3 decks.
well, I already have 40 cards in my deck list set, so I just have to figure out the last few. The hard 40? Part is, I thought 55. Yeah, it's like 60 or something.
So you're off Ravenap Red?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely playing an energy deck.
Not Medium Red? Not Ben Starks?
No. I just have to figure out. I'm off Bomat Courier.
Sure.
It's already got me twice. Yeah. I'm not a third time. It won't get me a third time. But
he'll be playing Mardu vehicles with Bomat Couriers. Just wait.
I have thought about it.
Yeah. But anyway, we are playing Modern today. I am going to be playing White Black Eldrazi, a deck that really has never taken the limelight of the format, but it's always shown up here or there. It's kind of it has enough results to be like, oh yeah, that's a deck.
It's always one of those decks that's like 2 to 3% on NPG Goldfish.
Yeah.
It's in the third row.
You see it take 7th in an open and then 12th in an open.
Yeah, top 4 classic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, then there's 20 decks in that category. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those that when you look at it, it makes a lot of sense. So it's one of the ones in that category that I kind of like. It has a pretty clear defined game plan. It's doing some really powerful things. It takes advantage of some powerful elements of the format, notably Eldrazi Temple. Displacer's a card that I really like.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why this deck is starting to pop up again is that mid-range is almost obsolete in this format. Like, Grixis Death Shadow can compete. People play Jund and Abzan, but they're not well-positioned. Like, if you look at the top of the metagame, sure, there's Storm, and there's even these human decks that these mid-range decks can prey on, but then it's Affinity, which is a close matchup, and then Jeskai, and then Eldrazi Tron, Actual Tron, Scape Shift. Like, just a bunch of bad matchups for these mid-range decks, and that's what Black-White Eldrazi preys on, is these linear strategies. It exploits these decks that really need to hit their certain things, like Storm. This deck has almost like Death and Taxes from Legacy. Every 2-drop interacts with their strategy.
Except they can't kill you on turn 2 on the play.
Exactly,
they can in Legacy.
Exactly, and so you can get down, even Lead and Arbiter stops at Gifts, unless you have enough mana, so It is a pretty cool strategy. I do see the merits, and that's why I wanted to play it on the Versus series.
Yeah, and we're going to put it to the test against one of the top decks of the format right now in Jeskai Control.
Is this not the tempo version?
It has Geist. I don't know. What are we calling it?
Okay. See, I think if it has Spell Queller and Geist, it should just be called Tempo. It doesn't have Supreme Verdict.
It has one on the board.
Ooh, sure.
Yeah, it is more of like a mid-range. I don't know if I would call it tempo. I generally just think of it as a mid-range deck. It turns the corner really well.
Yeah.
Which is what mid-range decks tend to do. But just Jeskai, I think Spell Queller is just really good right now until people start playing a lot of Bolts again, which I think they might start doing soon. Also, Bolt is really, really good against humans, and humans has gotten really popular. I think about 3 people into the top 8 of the recent Modern PTQ and Moto.
No, it took 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, 3 in the
top 8, but saying 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is more impressive.
Yeah, Dredge is just too strong.
Yeah, it is very strong.
So the deck has just been a mainstay for the last 2 or 3 months. Mm-hmm. One of the better performing decks, and I think even though it's been one of the better performing decks over that time period, I don't think it has gotten as much hype with the emergence of Storm and humans. They've gotten more of the press about it, but Jeskai has been there
But
every step of the way.
Ever since it came out in standard, it's been here. Like, people are just bored of it. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
of course there's a Snapcaster Lightning Helix deck. It's existed for this long.
But after Twin Dot ban, these decks, Snapcaster decks, weren't really around.
Yeah.
In this, so they've come back. Spellcaller has been a really big boon for them. Logic Knot is a really nice counterspell for the deck that people finally figured out is just great.
Well, let's see if it can beat this deck. Are you do poker hand?
Yeah.
All right, let's do poker hand.
I just had 5 dice here. Oh,
I have a pair of 5s.
I have 4 4s.
Okay, that is going to win.
So close to Yahtzee.
Ooh, my hand is not good, but I'm going to keep it just to start this 5-game set. I haven't played Ross in a while. I got a show on my thing or two.
My hand is fine. It needs a little bit of help, but it's good enough.
All right. Ooh, no one.
Yeah,
no
would really
turn
like
one.
to have like a Serum Visions there.
No turn 1. Go.
Aether Vial is a good one. Aether Vial is a good one.
Is it good 1 card or 1 drop?
Both.
All right.
I do like the Brad Lett on Ghost Quarter, though.
Why is that?
It's usually a bad sign when they play Ghost Quarter early.
Oh, yeah, I kept 1 land. Go.
Makes sense. I'll crack this.
All right. I don't really want to play a 2-drop on this turn. Well, because I drew a Shambly Vents, but I also drew another land because I'm great. But I don't really want to start off just jamming something out on the board into counter magic or whatever. I'd rather him just not use his mana this turn.
Yep. Smart. Yeah, shouldn't have cracked that fetch. You can go.
Oh yeah, you're at 19.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
I am at 19.
It's you were on the play. You can play a land. If you want to.
I
Did you keep 2 lands?
Yeah.
That's so weird. I only kept 1. Oh, another. Well, now I'm drawing a little too much land. Truth be told. All right. So here I think we just want to. I guess we'll just run out of Thalia. Sure. Or wait, do it the smart way. This is the sweat. You want to counter that, buddy? If you let it resolve, you're also kind of in trouble.
Yeah, well, it's definitely resolving.
All right, well, I will pass the turn to you.
And I don't think I can reasonably sit here and do nothing against the Thalia when I'm not making land drops. I think I just have to hope that there's no Arbiter, but I know there's one there because Brad always has it.
In response, okay, I'm kidding. I'm not going to Arbiter.
Okay.
But I do.
Are you going to put something in?
Yeah, I'm going
Tide
to.
Hollow Scholar?
No, I'm going to put another Thalia in.
Another Thalia. Sure.
Your turn. What? That's so unfair.
It's not bad. You can go.
Would you like to manipulate my deck in any way?
Nope. I trust you.
All right, I wouldn't. Oh, that was a good draw step. All right, so should I should start by playing that and attacking with Thalia. Wait, no, you can just Geist me, can't you?
Geist the same draft. It's a sorcery speed card.
Oh no, not Geist. Spellcaller me. How do I want to do this?
Got 3 cards over there. 4 cards.
I don't even think I care that much about that card, but I do want to do this. But Spellcaller is just gonna screw that up anyway. So maybe I'll do this. Okay, I will attack.
Okay, I'll bite. I'm low on lands. I want to get the Thalia off the board. Got a removal spell?
So here I have to decide, do I care more about my Thalia or his hand? All right. Blanket, take 2. Your turn.
Not a bad play. I'm at 17. Path of failure.
Blanket.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, your path is on the stack. All right. Yep. No, it's tap 2.
Well, that's gross. Why is this card not a May? Every other card is a
No,
May.
you're gonna really hate the next turn. You're not gonna like this. All right. Draw. There we go. Just cleaning up the board. All right, and now are you ready for the next one too? We're not done here. We're gonna Tide Hollow Sculler, trigger on the stack, blanket. All right, what do you got? No, I get to see your hand. No, Ross, where are you going? Like, I get to see what you're working with.
I was beating that regardless of what I did. Okay. Here for game 2, and my hand is great, so I'm going to keep.
Yeah, well, mine is terrible, and this, I think, is the other side of this deck, where I mulliganed, and now I really don't have anything that's functioning.
Well, you get to scry.
Oh, yeah, I get to scry.
How's it now?
I don't know. I think that's good enough to keep. All right.
Okay. I got 18 and visions. How good is this card?
It's bad. I would just throw it away.
Trying to think how good it is. It's like okay, but not great. Do I want it in this hand? Not really. I do want this one. So I'll split them.
Go. All right. Again, I don't just want to run things out into mana that he could use. I just feel like this matchup's going to go slow anyway. I just shouldn't just play this back and forth 1-for-1 stuff. So I'm just going to say go.
Okay, let's crack this fetch.
I feel like the back and forth of threat versus answer is just really bad in this matchup, where I really need to try to like
Make
punish certain turns. Like, I need to get value out of my cards. If I don't get value out of my cards, then your snaps just do everything. But I'm not going to like run my 2/2s and 3/3s and aggressive you out. Plus, now I'm winning.
You can go.
You can go.
Brad's not going to do anything. I'm going to start clocking him.
No, don't clock me.
I'm going to shoot for 2.
18.
You can go. Gonna play a spell this turn?
I don't think so. You can go. Not really afraid of a spell queller hitting me.
Attack for 2.
Yeah, 16. Stop playing lands, though. I'm really not happy you keep playing lands.
Okay, if you're not afraid of Spellcaller, how about Geist of Saint Draft?
That one is kind of an issue, yes.
You can go.
Not really happy you have that one. Whew, boy. So you can counter unless I pay 2 or 3. All right. Thought not. Do you feel like I need to get more on the board? So what if I take... This is kind of tough. So I have to take Logic Knot if I want to get more on the board. But then these 3 cards are pretty good. But I do feel like Ross is going to be the one that has to, like, do something. Like, those cards are good, but they're not going to just, like, straight up win the game. Alright, I'll bite and take a really aggressive approach. Wait, maybe I don't do that. Oh, yeah. No, I do that. All right, your turn.
That was pretty good. Definitely going to bolt the Strangler. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play Geist. That's probably the worst case scenario. But once you've shown me the temples... pass the turn.
All right. So now we have to fight through Cryptic Command and Snapcaster Mage. I feel like he's just going to bounce this end of turn. So maybe we play to that in some way. All right, I'm going to... Do I really want to take 6? I feel like I might get tempoed out this game. That might be the way I lose. But if I'm going to attempt to do this, I guess he could just counter this, which would suck. Oh, whatever. All right, attack.
Take 4.
You got 15?
Yep.
Flicker Wisp.
Flicker Wisp. That's a pretty good one.
Even looks like an Eldrazi. This deck is really on theme with itself.
Logic Knot for 4? I want to leave up Snap Bolt. I don't think anything else in my graveyard matters very much. This does turn on... This turns on Wasteland Strangler, but Strangler's not good against Geist, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Logic Knot for 4.
I will go to 15, and I'll play Alien Arbor. And your turn.
So now if I snap Bolt on end step, Brad gets to Ghost Quarter my Hallowed Fountain, and then I can't cast Cryptic. If I untap and snap Bolt, then I can pay the 2. I still can't cast the Cryptic, but I'm not down a land, and I can eventually cast it. So I think I should just untap. And if I draw, like just straight up draw Lightning Bolt, then that's the game.
Yeah.
I didn't draw Lightning Bolt.
Okay. that's good for me, I think.
Okay. Still need to get in with this Geist. So maybe I don't. Maybe I'm no. Otherwise, I'm just taking a bunch of damage. Yeah, I'll snap Bolt.
Sure. 9.
Yeah, Mush, you get the Angel. You got 9. I'll show you that I drew Sacred Foundry, just drawing all my non-blue lands.
That's lucky for me. Lucky for me, I drew the best card in my deck. What's the best card in my deck? Just take a guess. Just any guess.
I mean, I really don't know.
Just one guess. Just humor me. Just name
You
the
have
best card in my deck.
Elspeth Sun's champion.
No. All right, do you want a clue?
Sure.
It just attacked you.
Oh, sure. Well, couldn't really stop that one. I guess I did. If I just shocked myself and passed,
No.
I guess I didn't even need to shock myself. I could have just played like tap land go.
And just not. Well, you could have left the Arbiter in play.
Yeah, and just not attacked.
Yeah.
Leave you at 15, but then you just untap, attack me to 7, and I don't think my cryptic command is
Or
good
11,
enough.
but yeah.
I'm at 11.
But you.
Oh
would've-
yeah,
it
attack me to
would've been
11. Yeah.
You're at 9?
Hmm?
He's at 9? You're at
No,
9.
I'm at.
Next from thought not, you fetched the shot.
When did I shock?
I don't think you did, Chuck.
You put turn 1 for synergy. You played
Oh yeah, I did play Steam turn 1.
Yeah. You're at 9. It's 9 all. Cheater.
So cryptic command into lightning bolt.
That would not do it.
Huh? What? You have a path? No, that would still do it. Oh, you path the angel token like a jerk. Wow. That might have been the world. I'd rather have drawn a land.
Really?
Um,
Oh, is it a spell queller?
where did I lose this game? By playing the Geist, probably?
Maybe. That turn did start this.
Yeah. Probably just shouldn't have played the Geist.
I mean, that's what they say. Black-white, mid-range players have more patience than control players.
Well, I may be playing the control deck, but it takes a lot of practice with a deck for me to actually gain discipline.
Yeah.
I played Rev decks for a little while in Standard, and sometimes just not doing anything for 13 turns is rough. How do I win this game? I'm at 9. My Snapcaster Mage can't block, so I guess I can't attack with Geist, otherwise I'm dead. I need to draw a bunch of cryptic commands in a row. You can go.
All right.
Yeah, playing the Geist is probably where I lost this game.
Draw.
If you didn't have a bunch of temples in play, then playing Geist is fine, but when you've already shown
Let's see what
all the
we work
temples... Oh, counter that.
on. Hey, that's
we did something.
that works. All right, and you can't reuse your Snapcaster if I attack with everything. But if I blink your Snap right now, you're forced to chump block with Geist. So
Okay, I'll target Logic Knot.
attack.
And walk there, go to 2.
Your turn.
So sad, it's not even a sweat.
What would be a sweat?
No, this would be if I didn't draw all of my
Yeah.
non-blue lands. Okay, we're here for sideboarding. On my side, we've seen Spellcaller be a liability against Eldrazi Displacer. It's also a liability against Wasteland Strangler. And in the post-board games, when I'm bringing in a couple sweepers, it can be a liability with them as well. So I've decided to cut Queller. I'm also cutting Logic Knot because Brad is an Aether Vial deck. So I don't want too many counter spells, and just bringing in better removal, the Verdict and the Explosives as sweepers. Wear Tear, this is a matchup where they can bring in Rest in Peace. That can be an issue, but the artifact side still kills Tidehollow Scholar and Vial.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, the card is just, even if they don't have Rest in Peace, it's still quite good.
I thought about bringing Rest in Peace in, but I think against Jeskai Control, this card's a slam dunk because Snapcaster is one of the main threats.
Yeah.
But because and Colonnade's so easily dealt with Ghost Quarters, even Path or Fatal Push. But in this matchup with Geist and all this, we could be playing a completely different game where Rest in Peace is just rotting in my hand. So I don't think on the draw specifically I want any copies of that.
Might be a
I don't know
matchup
if
where you want
taking-
one, because it's definitely not something you want to draw multiples
I'm
of.
actually going to keep in one Path and just now have all 4 Stranglers and just have one Campbell because I want to try it.
Yeah, and I'm just replacing my spell colors with some different threats. P and Kieran are quite good against all the small creatures in Brad's deck. The V-Click gives me another instant speed threat I can play if Brad tries to play like he did in Game 2, where he's just passing and not letting me use my mana. So we'll see how that replacement works. It's possible that I still want Spellcaller, and maybe I'm supposed to cut Geist, so I just get more instant speed action, especially given how Brad has played it, but I'll make those changes if I if I feel like it. Okay, here for game 3, I have mulligan to 6 and have a mediocre but reasonable hand, so keep.
Yeah, my 7 was mediocre but reasonable. So does that mean I should go down to try to get a better one?
No, mediocre and reasonable is always keep. Don't need more lands. Throw that one away. Start on a colonnade.
Ooh. Oh. Can we get the instant replay of that? All right. It was just like, I don't have a turn 1 play. I don't have a turn 1 play. Oh, yeah. Your turn.
Classic Brad. You can go.
All right. Here, do we want to start deploying things? With a vial? Well, maybe we do. Since Ross is on a mulligan, and it means that if this resolves, we don't have to cast a spell next turn into a spell caller. I think I am just going to run this out and see what happens. All right. That's an exchange I'm willing to accept. Go.
Well, I'm going to take any opportunity I can to snare there.
Yeah.
I'll fetch to 19 on your end step. And
I do think casting that spell made sense, but maybe I didn't need to.
I would like this one. And now we can play our only hope of winning this game.
A Geist.
Indeed.
All right.
If you didn't have that vial, I'd feel a lot better about it.
Yeah, no.
But you do.
It would be much stronger if
And
I
you're a
didn't have-
jerk.
And I'm a jerk?
Yep. Big old jerky pants.
Go.
Interesting. Hmm. You're on 4 cards?
Yep.
So the card I'm most worried about is a Thalia. You probably would have vialed in the Thalia on your turn if you had it.
And not Ambush Viper, you're 2/2. Come on, Ross. This is a versus video. I don't care what's right or wrong. I would 100% ambush your guys' same draft.
So if you had another Thalia, a Tide Hollow Sculler, or a
Leaning Arbor or a Dark Confidant.
or Leaning Arbiter. Dark Confidant, I don't think you would have necessarily vialed in on.
I will say, if I had a Leaning Arbiter,
Yeah, like
you would not have 4 lands in
exactly
play right now.
So you can't have Leaning Arbiter. I don't think you have Tide Hollow Sculler, and I don't think you have Thalia.
So I have Double Bob.
Probably. And that, like, if you have Bob 3-drop, then obviously you can just put them both into play by casting the 3-drop here. Attack, get an angel.
Wait, after blocks? Oh, sure. That makes sense. Sure.
You take 4, brings you to 16.
Yep. Alrighty.
You can
have
go
1 card?
1 card.
Alright, well, we will, 1 card. Maybe I should have blocked. Double blocked.
And you wouldn't have a Bob.
Go.
Three in hand?
Yeah.
This is not going great. You keep having things.
Also stuff.
Yeah. But mostly things.
2.
Let's get this Bob out of the way.
Yeah.
You can go. Don't really want to attack there and make that trade. I think it'll force Brad to play a little awkwardly.
I'm so awkward. Go.
Crack this fetch, go to 18. So I want... What do I want to get here? Probably just another Hallowed Fountain, because you're likely to Ghost Quarter the Colonnade.
Mm-hmm.
I could get Sacred Foundry, so whichever way you attack, I have multiple red or white sources, but then I only have 3 blue sources. And if you find an Arbiter and manage to take me off Cryptic, that could be awkward. You have 2 in hand?
Yeah.
It's a good number.
They both have their purpose.
Okay. Good card, please.
Oh, good card.
Whoosh. Perfect.
Was it good?
Yes, excellent.
That's not good. Boom.
Do I force the Ghost Quarter here on my Colonnade? So forcing Brad to use it does deprive him of mana, which is kind of nice. It uses my mana for the turn, which is otherwise blank. And I could get into an awkward spot. If Brad draws Arbiter, then I can't really force the Ghost Quarter with Colonnade without losing a land entirely, unless I draw another land, which I really don't want to do. So I kind of like just forcing his hand.
You're going to 17?
Yeah, I'll go to 17. I'll get an island.
Animated, I'll kill it.
Yeah, I'll get another island.
That's all you're attacking with, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go. So I have an island untapped. Yeah, I can't really do anything about that. I'll go to 11.
Your turn.
1 in hand now?
1 in hand. Don't wrath me, bro.
Yeah, come on. One of my 2 sweepers.
Oh yeah, the hitting the 3. They both function the same in this board,
Yeah, one just costs 1 more mana.
and also can be snapped.
Yeah.
Oh no.
3 straight lands. Block. Go to 5.
Yeah, your turn.
Crack fetch to 4. Can I draw a non-land card, please?
Just a removal spell.
To make it interesting?
No, because they don't work on this board.
Oh, true. That is a thing. So, I really don't have a lot of outs, do I?
But you're gonna find it.
Pia and
You're
Kieran
good.
Nalar?
You're good.
That would be an okay one.
Not really. You're. What? I call cheats.
You can go.
Go.
Tilt. You can go. A 1.
Go. During your upkeep, hit your Hollow Fountain.
I'll find the planes.
Hit your Hollow Fountain.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that there's only 1 planes in the deck.
there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have just gotten a 3rd white source, I guess, now. But because I don't have the mountain, then you just get to take me off of red mana entirely.
I mean, that might not even be a correct play. Honestly.
Yeah,
I was supposed to do it after you draw anyway, but
yeah, it doesn't cut me off of any outs, but
no.
now it's a sweat. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
It was
Uh-oh.
pretty good.
I'm in trouble then.
I'll scry. Yeah, that one's probably a fine one to draw. The fetch land at 1 life can go to the bottom now. Pass.
Uh-oh.
Upkeep.
Oh, come on.
This is tapped. I'm at 4.
Uh,
Yeah, that's fine.
go.
Take
What?
Take one, please.
Oh, come on.
You're at 15. You can go.
Go.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like my position anymore.
Ooh, you can go.
Ugh, go.
Visions.
Yep.
Yeah, both of those are good.
Go.
Cards in hand.
4. Yeah.
You can go. Cards in hand.
3.
3. That's kind of an awkward one. 3 cards. So the card I'm concerned about here is Thought Not Seer. And as a result, I'm going to awkwardly play this a little bit slower and just let that resolve.
All right.
Yeah, you have to take the helix.
Go. Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay. And now I have Cryptic plus Logic Not Up. And
Yeah. All right, game number 4. I'm on the play. That feels good. I haven't done this yet. That part's nice. How's your hand?
It's another 6-carder, but it's a fine 6. I get to scry. How's your hand?
It's a risky one, but as they say, no Campbell,
Yeah.
no future.
I think this part of my draw is important enough that I'll keep that one right there. You can go.
I don't feel like you are long for this world.
No, you're not. Oop. I'll get a 17, get a Steam Vents. Where are you? Here you are.
At least you dealt some damage, Dark Confidant.
Normally he does it the other way.
Yeah. Not for me.
And you can go.
Gross.
Yep.
Your turn. Trigger.
I got a 15, you go to 22.
15. Not the greatest exchange. Your turn. That card did not feel worth it.
Crack
Oh,
fetch,
no.
go 14.
Why are we casting something? What are you casting?
What could I be casting on 3 mana?
Geist? Thought you cut him.
I didn't. I still kept him in.
Huh?
I kept him in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Are you jamming a Geist right now?
No, you can go.
Okay.
I'm clicking you on your draw step, though.
Oh, no.
I just really don't want to get Thought Not Seared here. And there it is.
And I just drew some blanks.
Yeah.
No. There was no magic. It's a real thing. This is somewhat interesting, though. Like, your hand's really good.
I mean, you get to turn on your Wasteland Strangler too now?
Yeah, this is dead.
Yeah.
And I get to start hitting you. But the thing is like, your hand's really good.
I'm already at 14. You're at 22.
But what's the card that I take here?
Probably.
I think I can't take Snap.
It's got to be one of these.
No,
two.
it can't be Snap because if you Snap, it turns on another Wasteland Strangler. That's right here. Like, I have a bunch of Wasteland Stranglers in my deck, so I want to
Sure.
make sure that that's live.
So then you probably just take Geist, because then you get to kill Click, and I don't really have good removal for any of your cards, or at least for this card. I need to just draw a path anyway.
No, you can, like, Snap Bolt it, right?
Sure.
That kind of sucks that you get to Snap Bolt. I almost feel like it's just potentially electrolyzed.
But then we're just in a sort of stalemate where you have way more resources than I do. We're in this top deck war where you have lands and I have to hold up my mana constantly.
Well, electrolyze just next, like, you can go Geist and then just kill this the turn after.
Do you want to like take this?
I'm thinking about that. I just don't want you to trade with this
That's
so
true.
easily.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with, like, a 2/2 getting a Lightning Bolt, I think. This is a tough one, though. I just don't... I hate getting electrolyzed. Yeah, I'm taking that. Your turn. Geist is really bad if I'm not taking Geist.
You're 19.
Yeah.
You can go. I get Geist down. This does let Brad attack, but I have Snap Bolt for if he attacks for his blocker, so and then he has to keep drawing more blockers, and I can just keep drawing removal. And I think that's a race I'm gonna win. I'm at 10.
Eat that, take that.
Well,
Go. Yeah, I'll block.
Take 4.
I thought you boarded them out.
I didn't. I thought about it.
Oh.
And I said, I'll give it one more game.
All right,
See how they
I'm
are.
at 15?
You're at 15. You can
Okay.
go. You have a Shambling Vent?
Yeah.
That's really awkward.
Isn't it? Attack you for 6.
I'm at 4. You're at 17.
Go. Yeah, I'm at 11.
You can go.
Combat.
Yep.
Attack.
Snap.
Trigger on the stack.
Yeah, targeting bolt.
Yeah, trigger on the stack.
Pretty good. Oh, you have the path.
Yeah.
Well, I'm dead.
Mm.
Okay, we're here for game 5, and I'm on the play. I have replaced my Geist of St. Traps with Spell Quellers. I have 3 Queller in my deck now. Just haven't been happy with Geist at all. What are you laughing about? You just have like multiple displacers now?
No, you've brought in the spell quellers to counter my spells. I've replaced my opening hand lands with Aether Vials. So
Sure. So we'll see how well it goes.
yeah.
But I'm gonna play a fetch and pass.
Your turn.
I'll crack this fetch. I'm at 19.
I mean, in this matchup, this is great, but keeping one land Vile Hands against other decks in Modern seems like a death sentence. Maybe not on the play, I don't know.
Yeah, it can be awkward. There's another fetch land. You can go.
Alright, one on a vial. Oh, look at that, I drew a land.
That's lucky.
Yeah, it's quite fortunate, in all honesty. I don't know if I want to get run into a logic. I mean, I can't just sit back on a vial. Do you have another logic
18.
notch?
No, I do not have a logic knot.
Okay.
I'm just getting another Hallowed Fountain.
All right, just for shortcuts at home, if I want to take both up, I'm just gonna do this. And
Yeah, 2
I'm
up
gonna
on
do
1.
the trick, yeah.
Don't worry if you were confused by that. It won't matter.
Oh no!
You
Come
can go.
on. You're just a mean person. Go. Well, that was my entire game plan.
You can go.
That was all I had. All right. Well, I can't attack. I guess we'll see. A spell queller.
That is fine.
Go. Oh. Yeah. I was.
Actually, then I'm gonna Helix this thing.
Sure.
I go to 21.
Your turn. I still have like the same amount of cards, even though you 2-for-1 me and
You can go.
absolutely destroyed me on that turn.
I really don't want Brad to have a path here, so I'll just logic knot that one for. This mana's not doing anything,
For
so
just one extra.
Yeah.
Yep. Your turn.
you can go.
Hurrah. Oh, that mana. That mana.
This is kind of awkward. I think I want to start attacking Brad right now anyway, and so I'm just gonna call the Aether Vial.
Huh.
Oh, that's kind of gross. Had Wasteland Strangler.
Wait, I have to tap all that mana.
Yeah, maybe I was supposed to just EOT it and let you have the vial, but then eventually you just vial
Yeah,
up to
then-
3 and strangle, so I'm not getting anything done. Yeah, put the strand back in.
Your turn.
I just did it for you. Go to 20.
I got my 2-for-1 back.
Well, I kind of wish that spell crawler was a Geist State draft.
Just can't find the right mix here.
Yeah.
So we are back to 20 all.
Yes.
All right.
You have 1 card in
Just
hand.
how Richard Garfield intended Magic to be played.
Okay. P and Karen?
That would be good. Colonnade's not bad.
I agree.
Here I think if he's gonna start hitting me or whatever, I don't want to play into this cryptic mana, so I'm just
Sure.
Good job. Okay, if I get
I'll
blown out.
snap the Helix.
Yeah.
Get both your things. Go to 23.
Your turn. Come on.
You can go.
Give me a break. Go. I am getting frustrated.
You can go. George is getting upset.
Huh. 20 to 23, your turn.
Go to 22.
16.
You can go. Yep.
And your turn.
Hold this thing.
Yep.
You can go.
You have 1 card.
Yep.
Your turn.
You can go.
You don't want to...
Nope.
Because you have that Cryptic in hand. Go.
Crack this, go to 21.
I don't mind you flooding while I just keep stacking spells, and I'm just going to play multiple of them in the same turn. Or I'm going to find my 4th vial. That's the real plan. I like how you 3-for-2'd me on your only 2 ways to kill my vials.
Yep.
That's just messed up, man. And I still feel favored.
Oh, once I drop P and Kieran, then I'll feel better.
Oh, that won't help.
You can go.
Alright. I think I just have to start casting stuff. Oh, that works. Go.
You can go.
Go.
You can go.
Go.
And a turn, Queller.
You got it.
Wish you for 2.
Yeah.
14. You can go.
I'm going to play this just in case you have to logic node it or something.
You have 2 in hand.
Yep.
In response, Vendilion click.
Gross.
Click you. That's pretty good. I will take the Strangler.
Yeah, and then Cryptic it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you get to get something with Thought Knot, but I'll Cryptic counter draw.
Yep. No, that's really bad.
Get my bolt.
All right. Go. Where are my Flicker Wisps?
Visions. Wants bottom that land I don't need, and top that good card that I do want. And attack for 5.
Yep.
You're
11.
nine. You're at 9.
Oh, I'm
You're
at 9 now?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just dead. Can't catch up. Oh, I could catch up. Do you have a counter?
Well, I'm drawing a snap.
Yeah, then that'll kill
Yeah.
me. I should have won that game. Well, in the end, I lost the last game. I feel very disappointed. I felt like I was really far ahead, and I probably did not play my spells correctly at the end.
I wouldn't say you were very far ahead. You were ahead because you hit a good lot of spells while I flooded a bit, and yeah, you just didn't play aggressively enough.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is the issue.
I guess I did lose to Supreme Verdict that one game.
Yes,
that was a tilt.
I did top deck you out,
and
of
I got
game.
double. Oh, and you had that injury. Yeah, you just drew all of your 1-ofs to get the games you won.
Yeah, that's why I put them in my deck.
Just so you can cherry pick them whenever you need to.
Yeah.
You also shuffle really along in our videos,
Yeah.
Ross.
You're also staring directly at your deck the entire time. At one point, I think it was face up, and you were just...
Yeah.
That would be great. If at some point during a versus video, they just replay and I'm just rifling through my deck, pick a card out.
But yeah, I'm becoming kind of a fan of this strategy. It seems interesting. It's really mentally taxing. There's a lot of little different things. Like one of the things I was hoping to happen when we weren't exchanging your Colonnade with my Ghost Quarter, I was hoping to eventually find a Flicker Wisp for your Spell Queller, Flicker Wisp the Colonnade, and then Wasteland Strangler the Spell Queller with the Colonnade. And you just get both resources off the table. And when that happens, my favorite things that this deck can do is Flicker Wisp, Wasteland Strangler interactions, and Tidehauler Sculler, Eldrazi Displacer interactions. I love just having 5 mana. Sometimes on turn 4, you can have a Vial on 2 and 4 mana, or Vial on 3, excuse me. And you can play Tidehauler Sculler with an Eldrazi Temple up, and then trigger on the stack Vial in the Displacer and blink the Tidehauler Sculler and just get 2 cards and 1 permanently removed.
Yeah. And that usually if you get 2 cards, then they're going to have a hard time dealing with the Sculler. Like, often they just have 2 removal spells in their hand. You just take both of them. Your board position is cemented.
Yeah. Even against humans, my favorite play so far has just been, say, go with a Concealed Courtyard on the draw, and they go to their second turn, and you path one of their 2 creatures, and then untap and just play an Eldrazi Temple and Wasteland Circle the other one, and now you have a 3/2 in play already. And they're not the kind of deck that's utilizing their 1 planes that you have Ghost Quarters and additional paths for.
Yeah.
So they have their 1 land they get really early in the game.
Deck.
I think it's really cool.
It just has a lot of like neat tricks to it. It's a deck that you really have to put in some effort with so that you know everything you're capable of. And it's great because your opponents likely are not aware of everything you're capable of.
No.
Like I was in game 1.
Yes. Like, what is happening? I mean, yeah, it's got some weird interactions, and it does weird things. It's like a black-white deck, but you have so many devoid creatures that, like, Eldrazi, Trons, All His Dust isn't going to wipe your whole board, or an Etch Champion isn't going to get through the board.
My Celestial Purge in the sideboard wasn't a good sideboard card, when normally against a deck like this, it'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Like a solid removal spell, but like your high-end threats are colorless. This thing isn't black, so it just hits Bob and Sculler.
My favorite thing about this whole deck, though, is Dark Confidant just does not fit the theme, but it's greatness at any cost. And it's just a good creature. And, like, this entire deck is an engine. But then it's just got Bob sitting here being like, I like to draw cards.
Yeah, if you're trying to get the engine together, you need to draw cards to make sure you have enough pieces of things.
Or you just need them to use their removal spells so that you can connect the dots.
Yeah, it's just the card that's powerful enough that ties the room together. Are there only 3 in here?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Some decks only play 2.
Yeah. That's how you know Bob is not a central part of the deck.
It is not. But anyway, that's the matchup. I feel like this is actually very similar to how the matchup plays out. I think this deck should just be favored. It's a Vile deck.
I think my plan in Game 5 of having Queller over Geist was right. Just trim 1 Queller. Geist is just so hard to get through it in this matchup, and it's just not a matchup where you want to tap out at all, because this deck is so punishing, has so many things that it can do to you, that when you tap out, it's never free. There's never a turn.
No, I mean, I can, like, Arbiter, Ghost Quarter, set up some weird locks.
Yeah.
Just play a Thought-Knot Seer.
Yeah. The best case scenario is you just playing a blocker and me removing it, and then I'm in a situation where I have to tap out every turn now to remove the blocker, so Geist gets in. Whereas, Queller can be a liability against Displacer, but you have a ton of removal for Displacer, so that just requires being careful, which I wasn't in Game 1.
Well, and Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp will just get my spell back no matter what it is.
Yeah. That is an issue as well.
Yeah, Flicker Wisp is another card that's just kind of unique.
Card just sees playing Legacy.
I know.
It
works so well with Vile.
Yeah, and it's just so flexible. The ability does so many different things. Yeah. Sometimes it gives you an extra land, so you can get a removal spell in on their turn.
Sometimes it just, at the end of your turn, you just take their land. One of my favorites, though, is when you have 2 Flicker Wisps and they're interacting with each other, so that you can get an end step trigger to stop your opponent from having whatever resource for their entire turn, whether it's a land or
you attack with your Flicker Wisp,
a Pyromancer's Ascension,
it comes in on your end step. Yeah, if you don't have Vile.
Yeah, or like a Goblin Electromancer. Just whatever the situation may be, like you can have a Flicker Wisp in play and then blink the other one just so you can blink the one.
Oh,
it's interesting.
My Death and Taxes opponents in Legacy have done that to me. When I'm playing Elves, they'll cut me off of a key Deathrite Shaman or something. Yeah. And the games that they win in that matchup were always every turn they do just enough to stop me from winning, and eventually they either set up a GT or race me in the air.
This deck is very similar to that in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's just Death and Taxes in Modern, but the Eldrazi end up being really good in it. You have an easy colorless land in Caves that you want in your deck. You're already playing Ghost Quarter because of Leonin Arbiter, and you just get to add Eldrazi Temple, which is a great land. Yeah,
it's kind of weird how when people build Modern decks, they just kind of exist, but then once you look at the finer things, it's like, who put this together? Who are these people that are just at home building these decks for us to explore? It feels so well put together. The card choices and even this 5-color humans deck there's so many different lists before Collins Mullen started playing with this deck.
You gather or search humans in Modern, you're going to get a real long list to go
I've
through.
Watched some of these videos. There's a lot of good content producers out there too. I've been researching Modern to get back into it for the Invitational, and I've just been seeing all these content producers I was not aware existed that make videos, and I was like, they do some good work. They did 5-color human videos where they cut out any fat. It's just It's just all the key parts of the games. Super fast, super awesome.
Yeah, that's actually kind
I
of
should know who it is so I could pitch right now, but I don't because I'm a terrible person.
Well, you'll comment in the comment section who it is and give them their shout out.
No, I forgot. Completely forgot. I guess I could Google, like, check my
Yeah.
Google history. Yeah,
You'll figure it out.
I can
Put
check
in,
my
put in the
history.
effort, Bradley.
I will.
Okay.
You put in the effort.
I didn't
know what your
I didn't
cards
accidentally
do.
plug anyone. I didn't know. I knew what my cards did. I didn't know what your cards did.
That's true. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. We will not have anything on the SCG Tour this weekend, but the last show of the year is next weekend, and that's an exciting one because it is the SCG Invitational. 20,000 for first place and your likeness on a card. I want another one because I kind of screwed up the first time. I was
The
like,
goat token?
I should have gotten a demon token. I want a demon more, like a Skursdag High Priest 5/5.
Yeah.
I want like a silhouette of an Innistrad city burning behind me, angels falling from the sky.
I don't even know what I would make at this point. At certain invitationals, I've gone in knowing exactly which one I want, and now I have no idea. I'll have to think about it.
Oh, you could be a crank.
That's not going to happen.
Ah,
I'm not a filthy casual.
edit that. Ow, ouch,
Oh, you can run that.
ouch. Well, you just alienated half of your fan base, so you're down to
That's-
like 5 people.
Yep, maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3.
Oh, wait, hold on, are we rounding up or down?
Yeah, but we've got a whole slew of commentators, almost all of them.
Yep.
Cedric Phillips, Patrick Sullivan, Matthias Hunt, and Ryan Overturf are going to be bringing all the action for 3 days of competition.
From Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, it is
5 minutes from my apartment.
closer now. I moved. It's actually closer now. It is literally a 3-minute drive to the convention center. It's
Yeah.
very easy.
I walked last time.
Yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, so join us in 2 weeks for that. If you're qualified, you can come play. Even if you're not, there is an open and a bunch of classics as well. So there's a bunch of tournaments here in Roanoke, Virginia in 2 weeks.
And we'll all be there.
Yes. Well, I'll be there for more days. But bye, everyone.